Hey guys, Henry here, and today we're going to be talking about the recent sci-fi blockbuster Men in Black International, what I thought about the movie, and what the hell happened. Men in Black International was directed by F. Gary Gray and stars Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson as they fight to protect the Earth from extraterrestrial beings as the Men in Black. It plays in the same universe as the previous three Men in Black films that starred Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. While the Men in Black series got off to a good start with the original movie, the sequels have been shaky at best. And this installment is worse than just shaky. It is a train wreck. The biggest sell in this movie was the pairing of Chris Hemsworth as Agent H and Tessa Thompson as Agent M, who we have seen previously share the screen in Taika Waititi's Thor Ragnarok. They had a chemistry and exchanged witty retorts and jabs at each other, while at the same time, their relationship grew and developed in interesting ways. From a place of blatant disregard of each other's well-being, to an unspoken respect for one another. And that just did not exist in this movie. Both of their characters are completely boring and uninteresting. They were always at odds with each other, and did not seem to bond over anything whatsoever. They just felt like two random people that have never spoken before at school being forced to do a school project together. The movie wanted us to believe that throughout their journey, they grew together and developed potential romantic feelings towards one another. But it just doesn't make any sense other than Chris Hemsworth is extremely good looking, so who wouldn't want to be romantically involved with him? Additionally, that romantic dynamic wasn't what made their relationship in Thor Ragnarok enjoyable either. So it's really odd why they chose that pairing and why they went down that route. The movie stars Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Liam Neeson and Emma Thompson, and yet, while there were stars in this movie, the movie didn't do anything for them. The dialogue was bland, and the audience is just forced to watch a bunch of famous people do a bunch of weird things to do with aliens without any substance whatsoever. And the script is the biggest problem. With all that star power, a poor script can really waste a film's potential. Things happened in the plot out of mere convenience to further the story, or to find an easy solution or fix. Some random thing would just happen to help out the protagonist that is just so far-fetched and unbelievable. The so-called twists in the movie are plain as day. And you wonder if they think the audience is just so stupid they won't get it unless they slap us across the face with it. And just talking about the dialogue quickly, there are a whole bunch of lines just shoehorned in, clearly to appease specific demographics. While yes, it does sort of make sense to address the fact that it's the men in black, why not the women in black? And I guess there was a scene with the Pawnee character talking about Tessa Thompson being a queen, and that happened. The execution just felt so forced and cringy, I honestly want to gag. The movie didn't execute in one of the cardinal rules of visual storytelling. Show, don't tell. There's literally a scene of Agent O, played by Emma Thompson, the head of New York City Men in Black, looking over Agent M's scores during her training to become an agent. Like, what the hell? Why are we looking at her reviewing the test scores? Why not show us Tessa Thompson doing well in combat training, or alien language classes, or whatever? Or just show us a montage of her doing a bunch of MIB stuff and doing really well. Like, what the hell is just looking at her test scores for 2 minutes and then just saying, yep, now we know Tessa Thompson is supposedly really good at all this crap. We didn't even see it. This is just one instance of many, where the film just shortchanges the audience and just vomits exposition and glosses over things just because they can't be bothered. They just don't care about detail. They seem to want to depict that the Men in Black are very cautious about letting civilians know about the existence of aliens, yet there are scenes where a whole bunch of alien shit goes down and Tessa Thompson flashes like 10 people with that memory erasing stick and then leaves 100 more unflashed and obviously aware of that alien shit going down. It makes no sense. They're really picking and choosing when to pay attention to detail just to have some fun moments, I guess, and that really let the film down. And I have to mention this as well. I feel really bad for Kumail Nanjiani, who plays Pawnee, a tiny alien who pledges his allegiance to Tessa Thompson, and just tags along for the ride, throwing in some jokes and punchlines. Obviously trying to mirror Frank the Pug in the original Men in Black, which, to be fair, his character did produce some laughs. But yeah, he's clearly there just to add some comedic relief, and yeah, he did his job. But this movie is just such a steaming pile of crap that even this little speck of successfully landing some jokes could do nothing to save this film. And just recently, The Hollywood Reporter has had reports come out that there were boatloads of production issues with this film, and that is not surprising to me at all. Because number one, the film is a dumpster fire, so yeah, there probably were issues behind the scenes, and two, Yeah, they need to blame someone for the terrible box office return that this film's bringing in, so I'm not surprised that this is all coming out now. So initially, Sony considered either fully rebooting the franchise or maybe doing a crossover movie with the 21 Jump Street franchise, which would have been interesting, in no sense good or bad. It could have really gone either way. They then considered maybe bringing back Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, but felt that it was too expensive and not as forward-thinking, so they opted to bring in the new pair of Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. And again, you don't just get two huge names without something decent that they want to be a part of. The report indicated that early drafts of the script were described as being edgier and more timely, tying the stories to ideas of immigration, and that at one point a music group, i.e. the Beatles, were meant to be the bad guys and the four of them merge into one big villain. I mean, that definitely sounds better than the crap they ended up making. And apparently F. Gary Gray and producer Walter Parkes clashed over the film's vision, and Parkes, who had final cut on the film, ended up rewriting a lot of the script before and during production. F. Gary Gray understandably tried to exit the production several times, but the studio convinced him to stay, and we got the Men in Black movie that we got. So yeah, there were issues, and those issues definitely contributed to how crap this movie came out. I would have loved to see an interesting and actually funny version of the Men in Black with Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth, but yeah, I don't see them doing another one of these in the future, considering just how bad this film has turned out and the reaction to it. So yeah, don't watch this film. It is most definitely not worth it. Spend your money and your time on something else. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have unfortunately seen Men in Black International, let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think of the movie. Tell me if you want to see a sequel or if you're just done with this franchise. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.